Hello there and welcome to the Bahrain Grand Prix. We have a pretty decent qualifying 1-2 as we usually do. We're going for a two-stopper, medium, hard, medium, so we can push the tires. And yeah, things are looking pretty good in this preseason. We got most of our parts done. We'll have the best car. And we have a decent confidence for car setup. So this is going to be an interesting race. See.
The Bahrain Grand Prix.
Big question is how well will we do compared to last year. So first things first, let's get this done because I forgot. I'm quite forgetful at times, I apologize. But oh, Verstappen is actually keeping up. That's not what we'd like to see. Can Duhan overtake him? Duhan? I believe that is the correct pronunciation. I have been told. Jack Duhan. And hopefully I have not been fooled, but we'll have to see. So
check the DRS.
We already have a decent gain here. I forgot ERS. Pretty bad start altogether. Verstappen has me kind of rattled here.
DRS enabled.
But we do have a gap here that is big enough that we're going to allow Duhan here to catch up with Piastri. And we're just going to, again, run the DRS train to the end of the race. Put them on, you know, balance, conserve. Whatever we need to make sure that they have enough fuel to reach the end. Looks like we might need to turn them down a slight bit in terms of fuel. Piastri is actually getting left behind here. Which is interesting, because I believe they're running the exact same setup. So we'll have to have a look at the stats here and see. Piastri might have ran a little bit wide, because he's actually gaining now when we tune down the fuel a bit. So it could just be that he ran slightly wide in the corner. But who knows? Yeah, he's gained about 2/10-ish. Something around there. So interesting for sure, but not really anything we can do too much with right now. Currently they on average seem to do about 1 overtake a lap. Sometimes 2. Just as I said, that Duhan gets stuck behind Piastri. So we're going to tune him up on the fuel. See if he might have a bit of a better chance of doing it now that he has more fuel to play with.
Oh, there's a spin!
Not really. Yeah, we're going to be running these mediums pretty far into the ground, all things considered. Piastri is actually keeping these tires way more alive than I thought he would. So that's a bit interesting to note. But we have a decent pit stop here. Well, decent pit stop, decent gap down to Ocon. The rest of the field has, for the most part, pitted. It's just Ocon and Bottas who hasn't. So we're looking really good. More than a pit stop to most of the drivers here. So I think we pit Duhan this lap for his hards. And then we'll pit Piastri on the next lap. I'm still gonna mispronounce his name. It's just habit at this point, so I'll try and get used to a new one, but you'll have a few mispronunciations. Instead of Duhan, you'll have Duhan. But according to what I've seen, it's supposed to be Duhan. So Piastri is doing, well, getting left behind here. Let's swap the fuels and see if Piastri can catch up. They did so fairly easily, all things considered, so
Was that a lock-up on the track?
that is pretty good. Getting kind of left behind here when they're running the same one, so I guess it's just superior cornering. But for now, we're just gonna allow them to push along. 30 seconds down to third place. It's still a nice gap after, well, halfway through the race. Ferraris are struggling a little bit by the looks of things. Vettel and Norris doing well in their cars. Ocon is not having a good time with the Mercedes. The Red Bulls are doing good. And the Astons are sadly at the back here with the Alphas. So the Alphas has deteriorated quite rapidly over over the last few seasons. Good stuff coming up now, but once again we'll be running these cars into the ground. Just the easier way to have more tire life on the last lap. Sorry, last stint. And that is why we will be, as I said, running them into the ground.
Is that a lockup?
We do have a decent amount of fuel for both drivers. Let's go balance for both and burn some of that excess fuel
Doing
off.
very good. Lap time out good. Lap time out good.
We're gonna allow Duan to do this lap. And then we're gonna tell him to come in and pit on this next one. And for Piastri, it will be the lap after this one. But we'll just allow things to run along here. It should be perfectly all right. So there we are. 2.5 seconds. See what we end up with for Piastri here. He can get a good stop. He ended up way before 2.5 seconds. So as you can see, he's losing a lot of time on those old hards. Have there been a sneaky update here, or are they really that different in lap times? But we're just gonna allow the racer to run its course, simply because, well, it's just 10 laps left. We could have them, we could have one of them fall back, but I think it should be okay. In terms of lap times, Piastri is slightly quicker. Slightly slower there by a few hundredths. They're slower by half a second, so not much we can do about it. Probably got stuck behind a back marker probably while after pitting, which wouldn't surprise me too much.
I think someone's run wide.
Let's put both of them on harvest here. Get some ERS in before the last couple of laps. We will be pushing for fastest lap, of course. So we need to charge those ERSs. Probably also have a look at what the overall fastest laps have been over the course of the last 3 seasons. So Duhan is about to start his final lap here. Let's go everything aggressive. And let's see if they can make something work.
And this will be the last lap coming up.
Duan, again, sorry. It's automatic at this stage. So it'll take me at least a few races before I'm back to... well, before I overwrite that and pronounce the correct way. But we did win. I think I saw a Red Bull in 3rd. So pretty good start of the season here. Paris in 3rd. Verstappen 5th. Russell 4th. Leclerc 6th. Alpine, McLaren, AlphaTauri, all in the points. So this is going to be an interesting season, I think, to some degree. But the Ferraris seem to have fallen off a bit. We'll have to see how that ends up with the fight with the other 3, Alpine, McLaren, and AlphaTauri. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed.